Hello YouTube, my name is NerosCinema, so we're Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So it turns out the leaks were true, and Black Ops 4 will not feature a single-player campaign. It was announced at the reveal yesterday that the story of Black Ops 4 will be weaved into its various online modes, and there will be a couple of single-player missions that give us backstory on the specialist, but by and large, campaign, as we've always known it, will not be featured in Black Ops 4. What's really odd about this is going to be the 15th main Call of Duty title to release since 2003, and every game before this one has had a full single-player campaign that fleshes out the story and establishes the universe and gives us context for what's happening in the multiplayer. Even though Call of Duty is known for its multiplayer more so than campaign, a lot of fans are disappointed that Black Ops 4 won't have a single-player campaign, and some are going as far as to say they won't buy this game because it doesn't have a single-player campaign. Well, today, Dan Bunting, who you guys may recognize as the co-studio head over at Treyarch, he sat down with Polygon to explain why they decided to cut the single player from Black Ops 4. To get right down to it, he said that more people are playing multiplayer and zombies, and they want to expand on those modes and deliver more content than ever before. To quote the article directly, "When I first started on multiplayer in the Call of Duty franchise, 10% of our population was playing competitive multiplayer. Fast forward to 2015 or 2016, you're looking at 90% of our players are playing multiplayer. If you look at it through that lens and trying to deliver more for your players and how you're playing the game, it's a pretty easy decision." He also goes on in the article to say that multiplayer and zombies is really community driven, whether that's people playing the game online together or posting to forums or streaming the game on Twitch or posting videos to YouTube, and they basically want to deliver more to that community because they feel as though that community is underserved, even though I would argue we get way more in the form of multiplayer and zombies than we do single player missions in Call of Duty, but regardless, they want to deliver more to the online community. If we look at the current trend in gaming, this strategy actually makes a ton of sense, because if we check out this article here by True Achievements, we can see that the rate at which people are finishing the single-player campaign has been going down as of recently, because according to their achievement tracking, more than 25% of players finished the Black Ops campaign, 27% of players finished the Black Ops 2 campaign, but only 4% of players finished the Black Ops 3 campaign. But of course, that game's campaign was kind of odd and had some weird achievements associated with it, but even then, less than 9% of the player base actually got the achievement for simply beating the story of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. This isn't even something that's exclusive to Call of Duty. It's happening to a lot of other games out there, and it's because people just aren't as interested in the single-player aspect of popular multiplayer shooters like Call of Duty and Battlefield. Battlefield's numbers have been going down as well, like less and less people are finishing the single-player campaigns. More people buy these games because they want to play multiplayer and co-op, and that's what Treyarch decided to focus on this year. Going back to the article, Dan said that gaming is more and more experienced as a social thing, and that's why from the very start, they never really considered making a single-player campaign, which is contrary to what the leaks were saying. The leaks and rumors were telling us that Treyarch decided to cut the single-player campaign halfway through development, but according to Dan, they never planned to make one in the first place, because their mission from day one was to make a fun multiplayer game that could be enjoyed with friends, and that game is going to be supported with more content and for longer than any other Call of Duty game before it. If you guys haven't heard, Treyarch has announced that Black Ops 4 will be supported for many years to come. The game is going to be constantly evolving, and they are going to be adding a ton of content over the course of the next several years, and what exactly that content is, we really have no idea. We already know that traditional map packs will be returning along with the season pass and all of that stuff, and we also know that COD points are returning, therefore I think it's a safe bet to say supply drops are going to be coming back, but aside from that, we're really kind of clueless as to what they plan to add to this game over the course of the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years maybe even, right? So I think we're going to get a lot of new guns, probably new game modes, new specialists, new zombies maps, new zombies modes. Of course they are going to be updating the Blackout Battle Royale game mode quite a bit. There's a lot they can do with Black Ops 4 because this game has been designed from the ground up to focus on multiplayer and zombies. They are also going to be heavily investing in the PC platform this year, and this is something they brought up yesterday, but I didn't mention it, so I would like to discuss it here today. They are investing a lot more into PC this year as a way to try to win back the PC community. But the issue is they try to win back the PC community every single year, not even Treyarch, but every COD developer in general, and rarely does it actually work out. Throughout the entirety of this video, you guys have been watching me play Black Ops 3 on PC, and while Black Ops 3's PC port was not exactly terrible, there were still some glaring issues with it, right? And that is why, when it comes to Black Ops 4, they hired Beanox to handle the port, and they're also working with Blizzard to not only help them make the game, but put Black Ops 4 on Battle.net, which means you're going to have all the security and all the protection that Battle.net provides. So hopefully hacking and modding won't be as big of an issue when it comes to Black Ops 4 on PC. They are also going to be testing it on more hardware than ever before, and they're going to be adjusting various aspects of the game so that they work better with a keyboard and mouse, and just basically they're trying to make Call of Duty on PC good this year. But here's the thing, like I said, every year they say this, every year they pinky promise it's going to be good on PC, but rarely does that work out. I mean, look at Call of Duty World War II. I mean, that game has so many mods, so many hacks going on, a very small player base as well, but a dedicated player base. I see you guys over on the subreddit. I love that people like still invest so much time into the PC platform, and they enjoy the game so much. Whenever I hop on there, I go into the headquarters. There's so many Master Prestiges running around. But yeah, this year they're apparently going to be trying really hard to make Call of Duty on PC good, but I suppose time is going to tell, ladies and gentlemen. But regardless, it's looking like Black Ops 4 will have the deepest, most expansive multiplayer and zombies experiences that we've ever seen, and that's because they cut the single player campaign. That's why they decided to do that, and here is the part of the video where opinion and personal preference comes into play. I personally, and I'm not here to say that I'm right and other people are wrong, but just my opinion here, I'm personally excited that they have invested more into multiplayer and co-op this year than ever before, because that's where I spend 99% of my time. I typically play through the campaign, I typically beat it and get the achievements and stuff like that, but I rarely invest a lot of time or anything into the campaign. I'm mostly about multiplayer and zombies. So from my perspective, I'm excited that they're going to be doing this, but at the same time, I do wish there was a proper story and a proper narrative that is going to be tied to the game, right? Because without that context, the multiplayer can feel a bit disconnected, and I'm worried that Black Ops 4 is going to feel disconnected because we're not going to feel attached to the characters or have an idea of what's actually going on within the world. I think it would be easy for someone like Activision to be able to fund the hiring of more staff to create a single player campaign, but I suppose even if they did fork up the money to do that, they would still have to pull some resources from Treyarch away from multiplayer and zombies and help with the single player campaign, right? Which would definitely hurt those modes. So I'd love to hear what you guys think down there in the comment section below. Are you happy or are you disappointed that Black Ops 4 cut the single player campaign to further expand the multiplayer and zombies and battle royale game modes? And what do you think of this possibly becoming a trend within the gaming industry, right? Because Overwatch did not release with a story mode, the original Titanfall didn't release with a story mode, and the completion rate of games like Call of Duty and Battlefield campaigns have been dropping with each subsequent title. I think it comes down to games are judged on a case-by-case basis, and some games are purchased for one style of play over another, right? Because games like COD and Battlefield, they are overwhelmingly purchased for their multiplayer modes, whereas games like Gears of War and BioShock and maybe like Halo to an extent, they are multiplayer games, but a lot of people purchase them primarily for the story mode, with multiplayer kind of taking a back seat. So I'd love to hear what you guys think down there in the comment section below, but until then, I hope you guys enjoyed, drop me a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.